Pratyate Dakshinamukam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace. So we are in the back in the study of Jivanmukti Gita, Song of the Liberated, while in the body. So different characteristics of the realized soul have been mentioned before. We are starting today reading 17th verse. So lastly we read that Ekaki Ramati Nittam, that man of realization roams around alone. And what look at our condition. We always want company. We feel lonely. Oh, who is there? Who will be with me? Who am I? What is this? Huh? So always, but the man of realization does not need anybody because he lives with the cosmic consciousness. So ekaki ramata, like a lion, tiger, like a lion in the forest. Brahmagyani, that does not care for anything, not with a state of thinking that it is superior or inferior, but he does not feel loneliness. He's alone because in the whole world that consciousness is the alone reality. So who identifies himself in that? Svabhava gunavarjita is beyond his body, mind acts according to the tendency, but is beyond all the gunas. That gunas, all these qualities, according to tendency, we are born in Svabhava, Samskaram. Someone is a musician, someone is a talented, skillful person. All these characteristics, all in nature, good nature, bad nature, whatever. So, Svabhava guna burjito. Those gunas will work to the body, maybe, to the mind even. But they are free from all these gunas. And what is the another sign? Any fool can live alone. The crazy people in the street, you go, they're talking to themselves and they're fully satisfied to themselves. Some ganja or something has gone into it, or some drug or something, and they're really forgetful of. They don't care anybody. They're very happy with themselves. That is not the sign. Anyone can do that. But is it with Brahma, Jnana, Rasa, Asada? Is it because of your sucking the honey of the Brahma Jnana, the Ananda, the bliss, absolute God, bliss of God, absorbing that bliss of God? Asadan is tasting. You're tasting the nectar of the divine bliss of Brahman. He will be absorbing that. Then it means you are alone is good. Alone, many people, psychiatric patients are alone. When someone becomes started to be a psychiatric patient, he will try to avoid the company of the people. Spiritual people will also be trying to be alone because he wants his own time. It's a wastage of time for him. But a spiritual person really thinks this valuable time I will be with my beloved Lord and I will enjoy the bliss and suck the honey of that Brahmananda which is within. Then it is meaningful to live alone. Not any diseased person who feels that I am alone is a Brahmagyani. He is not a Jivanmukta. Jivanmukta is that two characteristics. One, you will never feel lonely, never feel, oh, nobody looks after me, who will take care of me, no one smiles at me, no one comes to say hello with me, no one gives thanks to me. Always, and all our activities centered to this. We always want to hold what we do. Your world of entertainment, what? Attention, attention, attention to me. See me, how I play, how I sing, how I smile, how I do. Play, play. So we need support system. Fan, how many fans you have? How big you are? How big is your name in this industry? How many fans you have? You have no fan? You have no position in the world. But these spiritual people don't need any fan, rather they get disgusted with fan. People coming, they feel, oh my God, in that spiritual mood, they get it totally. And that is one type of Jivanmukta. They live alone, but alone means with full awareness, with the blissful nature of the divine which is within. Brahma, Jnana, Rasvasadaha, and Ikakiramate Nittam. And third, Swabhava Gunavarjita. His nature, his tendencies according to the guna, it drives the body and mind. But he is beyond all this. He is not affected by that. So that is the Jivan Mukta sign. These are only not signs, but we have to understand. We are reading this book not for learning, okay, so Jivan Mukti is like that, but how to imbibe in our life. How to be alone. Be courageous to live alone in your own dignity. Live alone. And how alone? Not crying and weeping. Oh, nobody looks at me. Okay, what can I do? I don't know. I'm depressed. Not a depressed patient, but it is a courageous person will say, I am full here. I get the love of joy, or I can suck the honey within. I'm happy. I don't need anybody to. Rather, others are disturbances. Ramakrishna said Rakhal is in such a state of mind that he even does not feel that Ramakrishna's association, Rakhal thinks it is an obstacle. Even the association of Ramakrishna is appearing to Rakhal an obstacle. There is a state of mind, that's the ekaki, alone, free from all other entanglements. So now that we read, that is the that means we have to imbibe these characters gradually to be self-dependent. See, spirituality is to be with God or with yourself. And then after you attain that Jivan Mukti, then you come back, you can enjoy the world wherever you like. Ramakrishna said, first, with all your might and main, just realize God and then do whatever you like. Jo so kare Bhagavan love. By any means, realize God first. And then do whatever you like. And who will do whatever you like? After you realize God, after you get $1 billion, then do whatever you like. You go for $5 play and seek for $5. Who will go? You're already a billionaire. That means you cannot do anything because in your eyes there will be only God and God alone. So that is the state to apply 3 qualities we got. Be alone, don't depend on anybody. Kathir Upanishad said, Plava ete adhira. Plava, the support system. What we think that he will be my friend, he will help me. You support on that? You're likely to be cheated soon. You'll understand that is a false understanding of your finding the support. But you support on God within yourself, then it is a strong support. There are dridha. Dridha means not firm. Support, but it is not firm. But firm it is that which is God, divine. It never goes away. All our friendship go away. Our love goes away. Our hatred goes away. What does not go in this world away? Our father passed away. Grandfather leave us. Your friend, your enemy, all will leave. But God never leaves. To have trust in that reality is ekaki. I can stay with myself. So that's a practice every day to become a Jivan Mukta. One point. And second point, my swabhava, my tendencies are always taking me to the downgrade. I want to get beyond that. These are the play of the 3 gunas. I want to go beyond that guna varjita. And third and most important point, not for any outward show, but is the Brahma Jnana, Rasa Ashado. Rasa. Rasa means the sweetness. Rasa means the nectar. Rasa means the love, juice. Asada means tasting the juice, the love, the bliss which is coming out of the knowledge of Brahman. So these are the criterion for becoming a Brahmajnani and this path to lead to Brahmajnana. Look at our whole life. All the suffering comes because of your dependence. You depend on this, depend on that, depend on that. And frustration will come upon you one day. You depended, okay. How long? Wait. Then you'll see. Anyhow, now, second verse today we are reading, 17th verse. Hridi dhyanena pashyati. Say, Hridi dhyanena pashyati. Prakasham kriyate manaha. Prakasham kriyate manaha. Soaham hamseti. Soaham hamseti. Pashyati jivanmukta. Sauchati navani. Soaham hamseti pashyati. Soaham hamseti pashyati. Jivan mukta sauchate. Jivan mukta sauchate. He is called Jivan Mukta. So that person is called Jivan Mukta, liberated while in the body. Who is that? Hridi dhyanena pashyanti. In your heart, you have to meditate and concentrate, and you have to see. What you see? Prakasham kriyate manaha. That which illumines your mind. Don't get stuck. We get stuck into our thoughts. That is a play of the mind. You close your eyes, outside world is there. Now close your eyes here, then you see you are trying to think, but you are only thinking of thought. One thought here, one thought in the marketplace, one thought in the friend, one thought in the job, one thought in here and there, and you meditate on the thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. But you have to see these thoughts are happening in the mind. So what is that which illumines the mind? Your meditation should go penetrate that level of name and form and should penetrate deep inside that consciousness. That's a very important point. Don't get stuck. Even that's why it is said in Vedantic way, you may have a meditation of your Ishta Devata and this and that. That's good, very good. It is a step, higher and higher step. But also that formula should dissolve. That formula should dissolve into that formless absolute. So, and then you go to hit the light which is illuminating everything. Behind the mind is what? We know, Panchakos, we always talk about 5 seats: body, pranic energy, mind, intellect, ego, and behind. And behind that effulgent self. So, really, in your heart, don't hear in forehead. Many of you jump into the forehead because it is very good meditation. And you then come with headache and all problems. But the scripture is saying, Hridi, they are not fools. These people who have written this, they are not fools. Hridi dhyanena pashyanti. In your heart, you cannot go by a Caesar. Medical professional doctors, they see the heart. You cannot see your own heart. It is said to see your own heart, no? Behind the heart, in the heart. Pashyati, Hridi, by in your heart, that not the physical heart. That which is in your mind is all the visions and experiences, even imaginations, what is happening. You have to see that which illumines that light. As you was talking about the other class, the what you call the projection lamp in the movie. Projection lamp is constantly burning there. It is glowing, Entire time, whenever the movie is on, so the Maya play is going on, that light is all the time there. But that light illumines that which is false appearance. So, so you are not to get stuck into the appearance, penetrate that appearance and go to the light within in your heart. So, Hridi Dhyanena Pashyati. Prakasham Kriyate Manaha. That which illumines your mind itself. Your mind is acting and reacting. How do you know? What light? What light? Tasya bhasha sarvam idam vibhati. He is shining, everything shines. In the external world, everything shines, but we do not know. Until and unless we see that light within which illumines everything. All the feelings, emotions, the movement of the mind, thoughts and ideas, everything is illumined by the light of the self within. And then this light, you think, so aham, I am that light. And hangsha, this jiva, who am I now? This mind body complex identified personality. Hangsha, so aham, I am that light which is within. Pashyati, if you can see that, Pashyati, experience that, Jivanmukta Saruchati. So Jivanmukta is so much going on in the internal life. Transformation, total transformation in the inner life. So a beautiful idea that we can just practice this. Hridi Dhyanena Pashyati. In meditation, you see in your heart. What you see in your heart? Normally you close your heart. All the time some thought or other, one thought or other. It is spiritual, non-spiritual, it is business, it is work situation, your home situation, your friend, your whatever conflict and confusion. All these are playing in the mind. So when you see that Hridi Manasha, by that mind, Pashyanti, and then Prakasham Kriyate Manaha, this mind activity of the mind, you cannot see in the darkness. Suppose if this room is totally dark and many people go this way, that way, I will not see anything. So similarly, when it is happening in the mind, and the mind is sleeping, if the mind sleeps, then we don't see anything. That's called our sleep state. When you go to deep sleep every day, your mind is not dead, but mind is not functional. That's why you don't see anything. So when you see something, your mind is active, and mind itself not self-effulgent. Atman is self-effulgent. When the Atman's light fall on the mind becomes lighted. And that's why you, imagination, vision, they all come in the purview of that purer mind or impure mind. Impure mind, ordinary world, purer mind, higher realm of spirituality, vision, gods and goddesses, divine entities that will come. But that also is illumined by the light behind. And then when the mind becomes much finer and totally clean, then what will happen? The light will shine only. Therefore, mind stops its vagaries. That's why your scripture says, Mana amana bhavanti. Mana becomes amana. Mind gives up its vagaries. Mind is mind when? When mind jumps. This, that, like a monkey. When it stops its monkey function, then you are doing dhyana. And dhyana integrates into samadhi, going deeper into the dhyana. No? Where you go? To the meditation, you are going to the root, the ground of our very existence. You know, whatever way you talk, it goes to the one point. Not many things to be actually learned much. We don't do practice, that's why you don't understand anything. And that's why you get bored. We talk, our book is talking the same thing yesterday, what we did. What I am reading, what is the newness? The same idea, same thought, again and again giving into our ideas, into our brain. It's called brainwashing. Huh? We have been washed in different way. That body is true, mind is true, this is the brainwashing. We did it. When a baby is born, he has no concept of hand, finger, eyes, ear, nose, nothing. We have made him very educated by putting ignorance into it, all separate, all separate, all separate. And now, when spirituality comes, all is one. Again, back to one, back to square. There is nothing, it is all one absolute consciousness only. So, this verse 17 is in one way we can meditate on in the heart and to meditate on think that my mind is seeing so many things, imagining. Our meditation is nothing but imagination. No? Good imagination though. But this imagination still, I close my eyes, I don't see anything, I don't feel much. You may have little concrete vision, maybe you may think little image came little stronger. But that's nothing. It is not giving a permanent joy to you. Therefore, you have to go, that which you see is illumined by that light, that Atman's light falling on that light you have to go. Then meditate on that. Meditate on that. Means simply it is saying, think of the light within. Huh? Don't allow your mind to the vagaries, to the running and distractions all the time. And think that light is no other, nothing but me, this personality, which is mixed with all these jumbled up ideas. This personality is the same reality, Satchidananda reality. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. So this idea, repeat and repeat and repeat. Those who have accomplished, that person is called Jivanmukta. He has already practiced and attained to that state of perfection. Shiva Shakti Mamatmano, Shiva Shakti Mamatmano, Pinnang Brahmandamevacha, Pinnang Brahmandamevacha, Chidakasam Hridam Soham, Chidakasam Hridam Soham, Jivan Mukta Sauchate, Jivan Mukta Sauchate. Shiva Shakti. As we know, Shiva and Shakti, we say, Shiva and Shakti are one. No? Thakur said, Shiva and Shakti. Shakti and Shaktiman are same. Shiva Shakti. Shiva is the Shakti is the manifestation of power, and Shiva is that unmanifest. Brahmeri Shakti. Brahmeri Shakti, the manifestation, the whole universe is the manifestation of Brahman. And another language, Shaivites will say Shiva Shakti. Shiva is all auspiciousness. Shiva is all pervadedness, no? The pure, stainless nature. Shiva and Shakti. Shakti the manifestation and Shiva, which is calm. Calm and the manifestation, both are same. Because Ramakrishna said, it is like the water and its movement, no? Snake and its movement, jewel, water and its soaking power, the fire and its burning power. You cannot separate two things. But we have two terminology, fire and the light. But you cannot separate out light and fire separate. You cannot do that. Shiva Shakti. They give the normal example. A man is sitting and he's a great musician. When he does not sing songs, then we know that he's the ordinary person, Shiva. When he sings, his Shakti, the power, comes out. It does not come from there. He didn't keep this singing music talent in a box, in his room, in a locker. It is always with him. He carries it all the time, 24 hours. That's Shiva and Shakti, they are all one. So Shiva Shakti is Mama Atmano Pinnam. Mama Atma, my Atman, and this Pinda, the body. This body and the Atman, they are the same. Atman manifested in this way. Like Brahmanamayevacha, like the Brahman has come, this whole cosmos has come, is a part of that is Pinda, individual. Individual is a part of the cosmic manifestation. But all cosmic manifestation is the unmanifested Satchidananda Shiva. As they are saying, similarly, Chid Akasam Hridam, when you go into Chidakasam, Chidakasam, how many Akasam? Four, no? Mahakasam, Chittakasam, Chidakasam, Nirakasam. Mahakasam, Mahakasam is the great space in which sun, moon, stars, galaxies, all these uh, things we see in the astronomy, through the astronomy and thing. This is the Mahakasam. The earth is rotating where? In the space. The sun is rotating where? In the space. What space is that? It's called the gross space, Mahakasam. And then another space, Chittakasam. People in their imagination, mental, he is sitting over here and it creates a creative universe through the mind. That's a vast universe. No? Chidakasam, Chittakasam. This is Chitta. Chitta means the mind. Then comes Chidakasam. That is much vaster. It is only consciousness, nothing but consciousness everywhere. When the mind floats in that level, then one sees consciousness everywhere. Chid Akasam. He's talking about that Akasam, Chidakasam, Hridam, Soham. When he goes into that level of Chidakasam and he says, I am this, I am that, no? Soham, I am that. In this consciousness, one can raise, then that person is called Jivanmukti, Samuchati. They're all round and round talking about the same thing now. And there is Nirakasa, but where is Nirakasa? Somebody asked me the reference, but I have searched for it. Nirakasa, where is the Nirakasa word? We'll have to check it. So Nirakasa means no akasa, a place where no space. That means there the distinction, to make a distinction, it is conscious, it is non-conscious. Who will say that? That person who was talking about that person will die. That means ego, the last trace of who is perceiver, I am perceiving, I am that. Even saying so, when it goes in the highest level, there is little trace of ego. When that trace of ego goes away, what remains? That is called the, you cannot say anything, then you can say to the space. Which space? Well, no space. Beyond all space, no space. So these are the four space described in the scriptures. Gross akasa, in which we deal our everyday life. We breathe, we cry, we smile, we make fun, joke, and all the life's action is going on in this Mahakasa. We are born here, we die here, we get diseased here, we get cured here. All this happening in the Mahakasa. Then comes the Chittakasa, mental space, our dream world, and the concept that after death you do good karma, you will go to heaven. Heaven is where? Heaven in your mind. Hell is where? Hell is in your mind. We think that there is a place, probably hell somewhere. But that hell space is in the mind. So heaven or hell, these are all imagination. It is monoloka. It is the mental space. That is called the Chittakasa. In that Chittakasa, in that space, all types of ghost, goblin, rakshasas, all those non-entities, the physical non-entities, they live there. In different levels they are there. And there are also gods and goddesses and all different powerful gods and less powerful. We all are there according to this level. There are layers of these entities. And then you go to this level, Chittakasa, Chidakasa. Then all these diversities go, it is only consciousness, world of consciousness, absolute consciousness. And then transcend that state, which is called what? No one can say anything. So these are mystic experiences. Ramakrishna, if we study, we get a little glimpse of that. Ramakrishna is talking about when he met Naren, Sapta Rishi, Ek Rishi to me. There is one sage of the seven sages in that mystic region. He said, my mind started soaring high. See, this world is vanishing. It is going entering into Mahakasa. Penetrating that Mahakasa, it is rising high in the Chittakasa, in the plane of Chitta, mind. And in mind, he said, my mind then moving on, and gods and goddesses, all gods and goddesses, so many gods and goddesses are found here. And then he said, then my mind entered into a plane where almost non-dual state, Chit Akasa. In that space, even that is such a rarefied space, as Ramakrishna said, these gods and goddesses are not allowed to enter there. They have no passport. They have not done so much spirituality to get into that realm. And in that realm, it's called the Nira Chitta Chidakasa. That's a Chida. I try to understand this way. I do not know, it may be wrong. But at least it gives a glimpse of the idea of what we are reading now. Otherwise, these things cannot be understood. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, if you want to understand any scripture, read in the light of Ramakrishna. So read very well the divine life of Ramakrishna. Study very in depth. Then you read the scriptures. Then you can oh, Thakur is talking here. This is the reference. We have no idea. Then he said, in that realm, it is almost non-dual. But there are seven sages. And they are just stepped into samadhi. So there is little trace of little duality. And what happens afterwards? There is no sage, there is no saint to go, no one to bring back the one of the sages down here. No? But it is only for God it is possible that he can go there, bring his chosen ideal, Shiva, one of the seven sages, and then bring back, come, Nararishi Narayan. Narayan, Brahma, Vivekananda. So this is my thought goes in this way to think that these are the Mahakasa, Chittakasa, Chidakasa. Then it is not the end. That is there when is Samadhi. And not in out of the seven sages, all are steeped in deep Samadhi. They're merging into that neat akasa, no space. You cannot tell it is a space. It's a reality, it is the thing, only thing. And then Sri Ramakrishna can go there and come back, and it is his easy journey there. But no one can go in that realm and come back for ordinary sadhakas. So anyhow, so this is the akasa, good concept of akasa. We always try to meditate in our chittakasa. But mind, impure mind, so it does not allow us to go deeper into something. It brings us back into the circle of existence. But once mind becomes pure, it rises high up into that realm. Okay, so Shiva Shakti Mama Atmanu, Shiva among Shakti as it is one. Similarly, Mama Atmanu, my Atman and me. My Atman, my Atman can also be taught in 5 ways. This Deha Atma, I am the body is me. That's one idea. People say, my body is hurting. So that time I understand body and me has become one. I am so sorry, I am so depressed today. I am so hurt today. When you get hurt? In your mind. That's why it is called Manoatma. That time I, the same person, our big I, identifies with my mind. Manoatma. My mind is bothering. Oh, how he can speak with me such a rude way, no? And I cannot forget that. So I am lost. So, but what I you are talking about? The other friend may have not touched you, only use a very strong word. But your whole peace is gone. And that moment, who can take your peace? Unless you identify yourself with the mind. So suppose you are reading a book, deeply concentrated, or listening to a musician and you love music, and someone comes and gives you very, very bad some remarks about it. You will not hear it. External sound does not make any difference in your life. You accept it or you live in that level, then you catch it. All waves are here, is it not? Your phone, your computer, everything is running this way. If your computer is on and it can catch the wave, then you can see the same world. In television, when you go, you click 10 channel, you see the 10. You click 50, 50 will come. And the same machine, same thing, only clicking this, it is the scene is changing. That means how you raise your mind into this level or that level, that is the play goes on. So Mano Atma, emotional. We become emotional, that is Manatma. Then Buddhi, Prana Atma, I am too weak today. I feel strong today. Why do you feel strong? Why do you feel weak? Physical. Pranatma, Manatma, then Buddhatma. If some scholar is criticized right and left, they get hurt very much. Ordinary people like us, we don't bother. Someone says you don't understand. Okay, well, I. But a scholarly person, if you say something, my God, or scholarly person has written something, and you take out that line without quoting, copyright. They will go to case, sue you in the court case. That means that person is identifying with the intellect. But the brain has given the output of brain in the language when it came out is a Vijnana, expression of Vijnana. No? Not your Vijnanabada. Don't mean Vijnanabada here. But it is, the Vijnana means buddhi, intellect. Intellectual level. That's why it's called intellectual property. No? It's a property. My property, intellectual property. How can you take it? But suppose, say, a person does not identify in that level, who cares? There is one musician, some like our one musician is here, and people like the music probably, and they started practicing somewhere else. And hearing that news, this person whose music, she got so angry. My copyright, how can you take it? At our Lord's name, it is always good. Whether I sing or you sing, what is the problem? Rather, it would have been happy that they are chanting the name of God. But she got so mad. You cannot touch my without my permission. So, identifying with your product, with the intellect or brain, no? Vijnana. So we identify in different levels, and we get the knocks and blows from that level. But Brahmajnani, he does not identify in any of the layers. So he lives in his inner consciousness. And that is his concern. So that is the Jivanmukta state who can forget all these different layers of identification and give up all these identification and reaches that point. So Soham Chirakasha Jagat, Soham Jivan Mukta. Now Jagrat, Swapna, Susuptincha, Jagrat, Swapna, Susuptincha, Turiyo Avastitam Sada, Turiyo Avastitam Sada. Soham Mano Bili Eta, Soham Mano Bili Eta, Jivan Mukta Sauchati, Jivan Mukta Sauchati. Jagrat Shapna Susuptincha Turiyo Avasthitam Sada. Jagrat, always we have discussed it. Jagrat is waking state. Swapna is our dream state. Jagrat Swapna. And Susupti, deep sleep state. We all 24 hours in our life, from our day we are born till now, we are moving in the cycle of Jagrat Swapna Susupti, like a cycle. Now we are awake, now we'll go to bed, then you sleep, then you dream, then you again wake up, again dream, again sleep, again dream, again sleep. It is the same thing going on. We don't remember that story, no? Isn't it? Our life is what? Always rotating in one circle. Jagrat, Swapna, Susupti. Susupti to Jagrat, to Swapna, to Susupti. Or Jagrat, Susupti, Swapna. You go to bed and the eyes slept so deeply, that time I have not dreamed even. So that is the Susupti. So waking state, dream state, sleepless, dreamless sleep state. These are the three states, and we are rotating in this cycle. So Jagrat, Sapna, Susuptincha. This three state, it is, they are all in the play of the Maya, no? In the play of ignorance, we are moving around. But this Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti, where does it play? Where it is playing? It's playing on the ground of Turiyo Avastitam Sada, the transcendental, which is Trigunatita. Or just I said the fourth stage, the state Nirakasa, that stage. It's standing on that. This play of this drama of waking state, sleep state, dream state going on every day. What is the strata? What is the foundation? Foundation is Turiya, the transcendental cosmic consciousness, what we call Satchidananda, Brahman. So, upon the ground of this cosmic consciousness, upon the ground of the Satchidananda ocean of truth, this drama of waking state, dream state, sleep state, continually moving on. And we find charm in it. And we never look back. What is the ground upon which we are dancing a mad dance? Is it not? Look at our life. We didn't get bored. No. Today is another day, beautiful sunrise, holiday, this day, that day. But it's nothing but same waking state, some waking experience, then dream experience, some sleep experience, again rotating. So this is the Maya, play of Maya. It is rotating on the ground, that ground of Turiya, the transcendental reality, which is Satchidananda. So I am mano biliyate. Aham, that is me. And mind gets absorbed in that. If that goes in absorption into that, then you know it's a Jivan Mukta. And that person is a Jivan Mukta. That means every moment the individual practitioner should think that this my mind, so long the mind is there, in the gross level we see the gross world, subtle level we see the dream world, causal level mind almost gone. but sleeping. It is tired now. That's why no functionality. But mind is still there. So our goal will be to get out of the function of the gross world, to get out of the function of the dream world, get out of the function of the sleep condition. That means I should die. Ramakrishna said, Ami mule guchibe janjal. All this rubbish, garbage, all this suffering and pain of life, will be all gone if my ego goes away. And whole spiritual life is ego crushing. Ego crushing. You like to do it willingly, otherwise the world will give you a good beating and force you to have that. Ego-less. A Vedanta student or a bhakta, both are struggling to get out of the ego. The whole world is making a machine, grinding machine, is smoothing our egos. Spikes here and there. How many spikes? You said like that. I said that. I, spikes all around. That's why in Ramakrishna Mission, our order is called the ego crushing machine. You come with big ego, I am such, you get a battering from one side. He said like that, also that. And then you go that side, again another battering from, and then you say, oh, what is it? And then ego. Ultimately, a product comes which is fine product. It's a Brahmogani product. So spiritual, this Ramakrishna mission is said, it is not a Ramakrishna mission, it is Ramakrishna machine. So you see people stay here, those who stay and with us, how much scolding you get. First of all, we get good love. Ha 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 ha. Then second day you get, hey, you did that? Hey, isn't it? My God. We also have got to that when he used to come to our young boys coming to the Belun Mount and things. And sadhus were so sweet. Hey, I didn't see you. What are you doing? How are you? Why did you not come today? I kept some prasad for you. Sandesh. Sweet. Okay, cool. Good. And every day. And one day you miss, then they will be careful about it. And when you join, then next day started. Hey, why did you do that? Hey, can you not correct it? You are meditating with this mind. You will meditate with this mind with attention. Oh my God. Every time battering. Continue. And that's for our good though. But who understands that time? So the point is that it's very important what I am jokingly saying. It is Ramakrishna mission. It's called the ego crushing mission. Ramakrishna mission, Ramakrishna machine. And the machine is to grind the corners, to make it smooth and perfectly presentable for the good of the world and for the good of oneself. So spirituality is ego crushing. Devotion is you say, oh Lord, I am nothing, you are everything. Please. No? Huh? Vedanta says, I am not the body, not the mind, I am the infinite Atma. Is it not ego crushing? If my this petty ego goes away, then I cry. Swami Vivekananda said, you people in the West, you are individual. You pray for big guy. I am individual. I think this way. I will, I. Afterwards you find that what is your I? No one cares for your eyes. So go beyond I and big I. Don't limit yourself with this petty I. You expand yourself in the divine I. That's also egoless, ego crushing. Spirituality is ego crushing, egolessness. That's why crushing the ego, so aham mano viliyate. Aham, this, that is me. When you absorb your mind into that turiya, on the transcendental truth, which is beyond Jagrat, Sapna and Susupti, waking, dream and dreaming state, beyond these three states of existence, that which is turiya, turyam chaturtam iti mannante Mandukya Upanishad, you read last verse, Turyam Chaturtham. This is the fourth stage. Turyam Mannante. This beyond the three states of existence. It is the fourth state, or the last state, or all beyond all state. So this is the Jivanmukta. So practice, practice, practice. Live in the Jagrat, waking state, live in the dream state, live in the deep sleep state. But all this fun is going on the ground of that absolute consciousness, which is the Satchidananda self. And absorb your mind in that ground. Don't run on the surface. We always jump on the surface. Our life is on that's why it's called superficial life. Our superficial life means what is going on in the outside, that is our life. We don't see the ground of it is what? That absolute, perfect, that blissful state, which is Turiya state, that is our ground. And dive deep to your mind's practice into that ground. And then it's called Jivanmukti, Jivanmukta Sauchati. That is called the Jivanmukta state. Okay, so we end here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Panamastu. Now, you have any question?
Do you have to have all these characteristics or one of these if you have your Jivanmukti?
All characteristics means actually it is one. Where is all? See, everything is talking to end in the one consciousness. So though it appears many sadhanas, all sadhanas are pointing down into the forget the jagrats. Previously they say forget the identification with the body. It is in the jagrat state, in the waking state, I have my body identity. Huh? In this jagrat state, the waking state, I have my intellectual identity, emotional identity. So penetrate that. Don't get stuck into those things. These are not good. We feel someone says something good to us, we cannot take it in spiritual life. But a spiritual seeker will think that I am fortunate, that someone is guiding me to make me perfect. But my ego, he always shouts at me. He always says like that. Is it for any personal agenda or is it for any greater identity? So this understanding should be that it is to purify the ego, purify the mind. That is spirituality. And sadhana appears so many, as I said, but ultimately all boil down to the one point to concentrate and dive deep into the heart. No, Sridi Dhyane Pashanti, and Thakur said, Dubu 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 dup shagure amar mon, talatal patal khujle pabi re prem ratna dhon, dubu 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 dup shagore amar mon. And Thakur used to create this entire study. We read this Jivanmukti Gita. Thakur used to sing one song and transport everyone to that, dive deep into the depth of the heart and go down the ground of all jagrats of the Susupti. You see, you can match that with the song. Dubu 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 dub shagore amar mon. Dub 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 lepavi hriday maji Vrindavan. He's saying, you dive deep in their heart, you'll find the Vrindavan, where the Lord Krishna played divine play. Yes, now we said, dub 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 lepavi hriday maji Vrindavan. When you dive deep, that is the Turiya state. Dive deep there, and that is the place of peace. What is the difference, no? These are the difficult Sanskrit words, and that's a very sweet musical word. So, today our questions are done. No question.
Tomorrow gospel
Hmm?
class. Gospel.
Gospel tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be gospel class at 7:30. Anyhow, the sum and substance is that whatever we do, these are good. Only we have to understand that sadhan karna chahiye manuva. We have to meditate, we have to practice. It will not come just saying. Ramavinu said, what he said, uh, more, wine, 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 wine. If I tell 10 times, I will not get intoxicated. We have to drink some wine. So, unless you drink something, eh, then nothing will happen. This will be only the words. Um,
But didn't he have wine in his hand and spill it over and go into samadhi?
yes, that wine of intoxication, God intoxication. Ultimate truth, instead of studying the outside world, is not the study of our mind or consciousness more likely to reach to the ultimate truth. Yes, ultimate truth, we have to start with the external world and then go to the internal world. So, this instead of studying the outside world, yes, ultimately studying the inner nature is the best. But external nature is also there. Swami Vivekananda made a bridge of these two, external and internal. Swamiji said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divine within by controlling nature external and internal. External science also helps us to understand there is a cosmic power behind everything. Today's science, look at that. They have come to this conclusion. There is a huge energy behind this apparent manifestation of the world in stars and galaxies, as also a micro subatomic particle. It's a tremendous energy. So that oneness of infinite energy. And that they get wonderstruck when they study this in the distant stars or in some extraordinary magnanimous things in the world. They get question comes, what beyond, what beyond? So there this search also lead them to the search for infinite. And then when he failed that side, then he turned back here. So we'd like to be both out and in. Try to see the infinite outside, try to see the infinite inside. So that's why our sadhana should be both direction. So study of our mind, and that's of course the internal science. Swamiji said internal science. And that search in the outside to find some meaningfulness in the external world. So we should have to explore both ways, but those who are done with the external, they should focus totally internal. And when they focus to the internal, then external things will also be clear. Looking at the world, uh, Kasminnu Bhagavo Vigyate Sarvamidam Vigyatan Bhavati iti Upanishad says, Kasminnu Bhagavo, oh my teacher, please tell me, Kasminnu Bhagavo Vigyate, knowing which in the external world, Sarvamidam, all this knowledge, all these experiences can be perfected. Huh? Is there any one thing to know, knowing which everything can be known? That is the great question. And it is knowing one is the Brahman, knowing one is the self. And all other knowledge, there is no end of. Now you go to the university. How many subjects are there for study? Earlier days, science was limited to physics, chemistry, math. During our time, biology. And that time it was developing into organic and inorganic chemistry. And biology, little division is coming. But you go in that branch now, it has become varied and varied and varied dimension of knowledge. Is there any end of learning one by one by one by one by one by one by one, and I will be learned of everything? No. So that is not possible. Only the know by which everything is known. Yena sutam sutam bhavati, abhigyatam vigyatam bhavati. That is the science, that is called knowledge one. Knowing which you know everything. Seeing which you saw everything. Feeling which you feel everything. Experiencing that you experience everything. That is the oneness, and that is called Brahmana. Okay, thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.